Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about one of my most requested topics, hair growth, ironically. If you are anything like me, you have spent countless hours looking for tips, products, routines that will help your hair to grow longer, stronger, and healthier, but there is so much advice on the internet. Honestly, it's hard to know what works and what is just like BS. That is why I wanted to make this video. These are the top 10 hair growth secrets that I have learned over the last 10 years. They are science-backed, they are practical and easy to follow, no DIY avocado masks, no crazy hacks. Let's start with something simple yet incredibly effective. Pre-shampoo oils for your ends. If your goal is to grow out your hair, protecting your ends is non-negotiable. Your ends are literally the oldest, most fragile part of your hair, and they're the first to show signs of damage. So when they break, it feels like your hair is not growing, even though it technically is growing. Using a pre-shampoo oil is an easy way to protect your ends while you're washing. Shampooing strips your hair of natural oils, leaving the ends dry and brittle, which just contributes to more damage. So applying an oil like coconut oil, argan oil, almond oil, applying those oils to the ends of your hair creates a barrier that locks in moisture and reduces protein loss when you're washing your hair. Here is why coconut oil is my favorite for this step. It is rich in lauric acid, which is a fatty acid that has a low molecular weight, which means that it can penetrate deep into your hair shaft, strengthening your hair from within and reducing the likelihood of split ends. So here's how I use it. About 20 to 30 minutes before I shower, I take a small amount of coconut oil, just enough to lightly coat the last few inches of my hair. I melt it between my hands and then I gently massage it into the ends. If I have extra time, I'll let it sit for an hour, but even 20 minutes just makes a difference. After I shampoo and condition as usual, my hair feels softer, my ends look healthier. If you do this consistently, like once or twice a week, you're gonna start to see fewer split ends and more retained length. This is such a simple step, but it makes such a huge difference in your hair's overall health. Next up is a product that has been an absolute game changer for me. I've been using this for a year now. This is the Rootist BioBrew Fermented Strengthening Serum. If you have been following me for a while, you know I am all about scalp health. Healthy hair starts with a healthy scalp, and this product takes scalp care very seriously. The Rootist BioBrew is a daily treatment serum that targets your scalp, roots, and strands, and what makes it so unique is the root biomic ferment. It's a patent-pending blend of fermented ingredients. Fermentation breaks nutrients down into smaller, more bioavailable forms, which makes them easier for your scalp and hair to absorb. So hopefully that makes sense. By delivering essential micronutrients directly to your roots, the BioBrew strengthens the follicle anchor point and reduces shedding. Science. It also hydrates your scalp and supports the microbiome, which is the natural bacteria that keep your scalp healthy. It repairs damage, strengthens the cuticle, and protects against frizz for up to 72 hours. Plus, it leaves your hair shinier and more manageable. To use it, shake the bottle well and spray it onto damp, towel-dried hair. Massage it into your scalp and into your hair. It's also eco-conscious, it's vegan, it's refillable, plus it's part of Sephora's Clean Planet Positive initiative. So it's good for your hair and the environment. If you're looking to invest in your hair's health, this is a must try. Next, I want to discuss something that I feel like people do talk about, but for some reason, ever since I cut my hair, I've been doing this more. Using shampoos with sulfates. I don't know, somewhere along the lines, we all started to hate sulfates, but I promise you guys, sulfates are not bad. Depending on your scalp type, there is a frequency that you should be using them. For me, I have actually been using them like once or twice a week. So I'll actually alternate between a shampoo with sulfates and a shampoo without sulfates, whereas before I used to use a shampoo with sulfates once every 2 weeks. Now I use it more often, and I've found that my hair just feels healthier, and I think my scalp is a lot healthier, which will then lead to healthier hair growth. So obviously, if I was doing this and my scalp was then really dry and irritated, then that would be a deterrent to hair growth, but that is not the case. My scalp feels healthier. Overall, I feel like my hair just feels healthier too, also because I cut it recently. I actually think shampoos with sulfates are an important aspect of growing out your hair as long as they're not irritating your scalp. Next, let's talk about exfoliation. This is something that a lot of people overlook in their hair care routine. Your scalp is skin, and just like the skin on your face, it needs regular exfoliation to stay healthy. Over time, product buildup and excess oil and dead skin cells, they can all clog your hair follicles, making it harder for your hair to grow. That is where scalp scrubs come in. One of my go-to products is the Brio Scalp Revival Charcoal Coconut Micro Exfoliant Shampoo. This scrub is amazing and my husband loves it too. It detoxifies your scalp while also hydrating it. The charcoal draws out impurities while the coconut oil provides moisture and soothes irritation. It's perfect for anyone who uses a lot of styling products or struggles with a flaky scalp. The science behind scalp scrubs is pretty straightforward. It helps to remove buildup, and by doing that, you're allowing your follicles to breathe, which improves circulation and nutrient delivery to your roots, which creates the optimal environment for hair growth. Exfoliation also stimulates microcirculation, which is essential for bringing oxygen and nutrients to your follicles. To use a scalp scrub, start by wetting your hair thoroughly in the shower like you're about to shampoo. Scoop out a small amount of the scrub and apply it directly to your scalp, focusing on areas that tend to get oily or itchy. Use your fingertips to gently massage the scrub in circular motions. Spend about 2 to 3 minutes exfoliating, rinse it out, and follow up with your regular shampoo and conditioner. I use a scalp scrub about once every 2 weeks, much less often than like a shampoo with sulfates, but you can adjust that depending on your needs. So if you use a lot of products or if you have an oily scalp, you might want to exfoliate weekly. Just be gentle though. Over exfoliation can definitely do more harm than good. Regular use of a scalp scrub is going to help your scalp to feel fresh and balanced, which is the foundation of healthy, thriving hair. Let's move on to something that every hair type can benefit from: deep conditioning masks. These are an absolute must if you want to keep your hair hydrated, strong, and resistant to breakage. The key to long, healthy hair is not just about growing it, it's about maintaining the hair that you already have, and deep conditioning is one of the best ways to do that. So one of my favorites right now, the Subaki Gold Hair Mask. It is literally amazing. It is amazing, okay? Probably the best hair mask that I have ever used. I love the Pheno Premium Touch Hair Mask, but this hair mask is, oh my God. It is rich, it's creamy, it's packed with ingredients that deliver intense hydration without weighing your hair down. Honestly, what makes this mask so effective is the silicones, which that is kind of like another tip that I have for you guys for growing out your hair, is using silicones. But one of the things that I love so much about this mask is that it gives you that slip over your hair, which is a very good thing. It's not a bad thing. And that just protects your hair and helps it to detangle so much easier. Like it doesn't even really get tangled at all. It protects your hair from all kinds of damage, like mechanical damage, thermal damage, UV damage. Use products with silicones. Deep conditioning masks work by penetrating the hair shaft and repairing damage from the inside out. If your hair is dry, frizzy, and prone to split ends, a mask like this is going to help to smooth the cuticle like I just mentioned, which is going to make your hair look shinier, feel softer. Plus, it reduces breakage, which is crucial if you are trying to grow your hair out. I use a deep conditioning mask once a week, sometimes twice a week, but if your hair is especially dry and damaged, you can use it more often. The results are immediate. You're going to notice that your hair feels smoother, softer, and more manageable right away. Over time, regular use of a deep conditioning mask is going to help you maintain the health and length of your hair. If you use heat tools like a blow dryer, flat iron, curling iron, whatever, this tip is for you. Heat styling can be incredibly damaging for your hair, especially if you are not using a heat protectant. Over time, exposure to high heat weakens the hair's protein structure, leading to breakage, split ends, and dullness. But the good news is that a good heat protectant can minimize that damage and keep your hair strong and shiny. So this is one of my favorites right now. This is the IGK Good Behavior Spirulina Protein Smoothing Spray. So I love this because first of all, it smells really good. But second of all, it makes your hair so shiny. It kind of reminds me of the Color Wow Dream Coat, but I just kind of like this better because the spray application is a lot easier. With the Color Wow Dream Coat, I feel like it's kind of hard to press down. And then once you do spray it, it doesn't really, I don't know, it just kind of like sprays and then you have to spray it again. But with this, you can like hold it down and just go like this and it sprays. So it's a lot easier to use. I just like this because it has multiple benefits in it, not just heat protection. It helps to make your hair look like you've got a keratin treatment, 24-hour frizz control. So this is definitely one of my favorites. Also, it's lightweight and it does not leave any residue, which is a must for me because my hair gets weighed down very easily. The science behind heat protectants is actually fascinating. Most of them work by forming a barrier around the hair shaft, which reduces the amount of heat that penetrates the cuticle. Some heat protectants also contain silicones or polymers, which help to distribute heat evenly, which reduces hot spots on your hair that can scorch your hair. Even if you don't heat style often, I still recommend using a heat protectant anytime you're blow drying your hair, or if you're like even going in the sun. Heat damage can happen in all sorts of ways, and prevention is always better than repair. So using a product like this consistently is going to make a huge difference in the long-term health of your hair. Next, let's talk about a simple switch that can have a huge impact on your hair. So this is silk or satin pillowcases, which I actually used to not like, but now I like them because before I was using silk and satin pillowcases that didn't have a zipper. So when I would sleep on these pillowcases, the pillowcase would just slide off overnight because of how like slippery it is. But now that I use one with a zipper, it just stays on the pillow. If you are still sleeping on a cotton pillowcase, you are missing out on literally one of the easiest ways to protect your hair from damage. Cotton is a rougher fabric that creates friction against your hair as you move in your sleep, and this friction can lead to breakage, frizz, and yes, split ends. Silk and satin, on the other hand, they have a smooth surface, and this helps to let your hair glide without catching or tingling your hair. They also help to retain moisture, which is especially important if you have dry, curly hair. So switching to a silk or satin pillowcase is one of the simplest changes that you can make, and trust me, it is worth every penny. You can actually find some that are super affordable. Your hair is going to thank you. Lightweight leave-in conditioners. This is like my product of 2024. I have been obsessed with leave-in conditioners. A good leave-in conditioner is like a shield for your hair, protecting it from environmental stressors and just daily wear and tear on your hair that can damage the ends and lead to split ends and breakage and everything like that. I love the John Frieda Frizz Ease Daily Nourishment Leave-In Conditioner because it detangles, hydrates, and protects my hair without weighing it down. It is a must-have for anyone trying to grow their hair out because it's going to help retain the length. Those are all of my tips for growing out your hair. Something really important that I didn't mention is that consistency is key. Yes, investing in the right products can make all the difference in your hair. Don't forget to check out the Rootist BioBrew Serum. It has been a game changer for me. As I mentioned, I've been using it for a year now. I just love how easy it is to use and how it seriously does not weigh your hair down. Everything that I mentioned is going to be linked below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.